Hi everyone, welcome to the ArtTour International Show. Today I am really happy. I'm going to present to you a Mexican young master artist, and his name is Alejandro Carrillo. I am so happy, honored, and proud because at his young age, he's really achieving a really great technique, even though he thinks he's old. He says he. How old are you, Alejandro?
29 years.
Exactly. So I told his. I remember once you said, "I'm already 29." So in the art world and those that know the industry, this is very young for an artist to be achieving such great techniques. So I'm gonna let you be the one to talk about your work. First of all, how do you feel being here?
Well, I have like a mix of emotions, like very happy, very nervous, but like at the same time much more excited because I've been in Miami before, but it's actually like the first time that I'm in a place like this in Miami Spectrum. I've really enjoyed every exhibition that I've made, but to actually be part of something now is also like something different. It's very exciting, and I don't know. I just guess I feel very grateful. Yes.
Well, your works are really incredible. They have been a showstopper. Everybody comes here. Some of them take selfies, pictures. Everybody loves them, and I think you're touching a lot of social issues. What's going on behind artificial illusions?
Well, it's like some sort of personal and social ways. I think that I don't know. In a way, I wanted to portray this Barbie because it always been part of me. I've always been like very interested in the feminine side of the world, and I'm always looking forward to portray like the things that I paint in girly ways. But but it also wanted to express like social issues, things that I see everywhere about how I perceive the people. In this case, this is also something quite autobiographical, and it's basically like certain situations that I observe in the world, but through a theatrical way. I try to turn everything that I see into something quite theatrical, with a bit of humor, with glamour, and to be somehow a bit entertaining. Yeah, I guess that's how I would describe it.
How's your creative process here?
Um, well, all of it is oil and canvas. I normally start with a sketch, sometimes on the canvas, sometimes on the sketchbook, and um, and then the idea develops. Sometimes it can happen very quickly, or sometimes I can take my time and um, wait like 1 or 2 or 3 weeks to let the image takes form in with time.
How old were you when you started as an artist? How old were you the first time you decided I want to do this?
Ooh, I think I always liked to draw. I always felt interested in art in a way, but it wasn't until I became like 15 or 16 years that I met my teacher, and she was the one that really helped me to develop a lot of things, to become interested in art and in many other ways. So, as a professional artist, I think that I'm quite new. I'm still looking for my way, and but I'm very grateful for her, for my family support, and everybody who has given me like a chance to keep going forward.
This is, well, you're in a journey right now and you're starting your journey. You're so young. You have a long way to go. But so far, up to here, I know that you have an incredible support, you have an incredible family, and I am a testimony of that. But what has been the challenge as a young artist? What has been the challenge that you have found so far in your career?
The challenge is, I think, having to try a bit harder than I thought that I would have, uh, because it hasn't always been so easy to fit somewhere, to make somebody believe in your work or your vision. And it's normal, I think, but and I, well, as you can see, I think I find myself in a very self-critical way. I always push myself too much to try to become better, and I think that that happened since I started painting, because I always wanted to exhibit my work. I always wanted to have a chance, and it hasn't always been easy. So I would say that the hardest challenge has been like trying and trying and then trying again, because sometimes it's not enough. So I guess that's it.
I can imagine as a young artist, I'm thinking right now when you said trying to fit somewhere, is that something that young artists face a lot?
I think, I mean, because I think that there are a lot of good artists, but I really don't feel like everybody has a chance sometimes, and they have to struggle and try to find a way, you know. But in my case, I remember that I first started doing art because I felt much more interested in the beauty side of art instead of the commercial side of it. So for me, it was much more of a personal journey, and then I also got interested in it in a professional way. Yeah.
And that's passion. That passion drives you regardless of what happens with the work, right?
Yes.
So you were in England not long ago. What were you doing? Tell us.
Very well. I was in there for 2 months, almost 2 months and a half, and then again I was trying something new because I was looking forward to experiment, and I was taking a fashion course and then another painting course. Um, I was staying there. I saw my friends. I was with a very good friend of mine as well, and I just really like London. It's also it's quite a very chaotic city, but it has a lot of interesting things going on there, and many of my best friends are in there as well. So
I want to thank you for the interview. It has been an honor to
okay.
have you and to convince you. And actually, before you go, you're so young. I want you to share with the audience because we have a lot of young artists. What would be a word of inspiration that you would give to them?
At this point, like I think to keep trying, because I mean, sometimes you are not gonna be given a chance the first, the second, or the third time. You just have to keep doing it. Um, but even if you feel like you don't achieve it, I think, I mean, it's not nice, of course, but I think you have to do it first for yourself, and then if it works with somebody else, then that's okay. But I think that you have to keep trying as long as it's good for you. The moment that you don't enjoy what you're doing, I think that's when you have to stop and take your time. Yeah.
Well, thank you. We look forward to seeing you in New York next year. That's part of your plans, right?
Yeah, yeah, I would love to be able to come again. This is the second time, so I would really like to have a chance to come again. Thank you.
Thanks, Alejandro. Thank you. And thanks, everybody, for watching. And don't forget Alejandro's message keep trying, and don't give up. Stay inspired.